a short repair video for you today. I've been getting a number of questions about the Connect modules in the newer permobil chairs. I believe they introduced the Connect module in 2017 or something like that, but it's basically a little box inside the chair that sends data from the chair back to permobil servers, and then you can connect your smartphone, to an app and get a bunch of information about your chair, battery, charge levels, all that. Anyways, I've been getting a number of people asking me how you remove the module, and I was actually planning on removing it from my chair anyways, so here is a video on how to do that. Okay, really quick instructional video today. So this is my 2021 F3, so you can see here. Ta-da! So all of the new permobil chairs come with the Connect module, which allows you to use the My Permobil app. All that aside, I'm going to show you how to disconnect that module. I'm not going to go into any details on why you should or shouldn't disconnect it. This is just basically showing you how to do it if you've already decided that you want to have that module removed from your chair. It has a GPS and an LTE radio in it, which means there's a SIM card in there and it communicates with servers and uploads telemetry data about your chair. Now, some people might like it, other people don't, but regardless, we're going to remove it from this chair. The cool thing is, you don't need any tools to do this. The Connect module is actually located in the back of these chairs, but the wires come up front and connect to your ICS, or the seating controller. So easiest way to do this, if you have a seat lift, go ahead and run your seat elevator up most of the way. If you don't have a seat lift, you could potentially tilt your chair back, but we just basically need to gain access to this front cover here. Now that we've got the seat lift to run up, you want to go back here and turn off your circuit breaker. It's right up here, right where you can't really see it. Yeah, there we go. See, circuit breaker. So just turn that off. Now I've already got the brakes unlocked on this chair, so I can move it around by hand. There's a couple different ways you can do this. You can disconnect the module and leave it in there, or you can remove it. It's a little tricky to get the back cover off if you don't have an elevator. It's still doable, but a little bit more annoying. So you've got two thumb screws here, one on each side. We're just going to remove these. And there's a second one. Then this front cover just kind of lifts forward, up, and out. There we go. Now on this chair, because it's a 2021 model, I think in, it might have been 2019, they started mounting the ICS module vertically. But if you have one of these chairs where it's mounted vertically, you just basically fold the thing down like this, and you have access to your wires. So the Connect module back here has a single wire coming to it. Then it goes to a splitter and it plugs in two different places here. The first one is going to be this little square connector right here, and the other one is going to be one of these RNet cables. I'm going to take the back covers off in a minute, but I'm just going to show you up here first. If you look for the cable that has this black box on it, the wire is going to come from somewhere on the back here on the right side of the chair, right as in when you're sitting in the chair. And it comes down to this little black box and splits off to two wires. One of them is this one, and the other one is an RNet cable that is right here. So we've already disconnected the batteries, so all we got to do is pull out this little connector, and it's got 6 pins on it. And then the RNet cable right here, and that's basically it. This is the pigtail that comes from the Connect module in the back. So basically, you can just tuck this down in here somewhere, fold your ICS back up, put the cover on, and you're good to go. But I'm going to pull the back cover off here just to show how to actually remove the module as well. You do have to be careful when you're folding this thing open and closed, because there's kind of a lot of wires that are just stuffed in here, and you want to make sure you don't pinch anything. So we'll go ahead and fold that back up for now. Then we can spin the chair around here. Basically, you want to grab this back cover, pull back with your thumb, and kind of push forward with your fingers. This trim piece will come off super easily, so you got to be careful with that. But I just kind of do something like this. There we go. And your back cover will also most likely fall down. So we can just slide this back. There's some little rubber pieces here on this seat mechanism, and they're going to give a little bit of resistance as you're pulling them out of these tracks. So you can just kind of lightly wiggle it back and forth, and it'll pull out of there. But this right here is your Connect module. And as you can see, the wire runs through this channel up to the front here and into this splitter. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of here. Just pull it out of the clips, and then these little tracks here have a slot. You can just kind of pull the wire out through that. And then they have a foam block slash Velcro arrangement here. If you just pull on this, most likely the adhesive on this foam block is going to come off, Velcro and all. I'm going to leave the foam block on there just because, I don't know, I might want to put this thing back someday. It doesn't really matter. But basically, this is an industrial hook and loop tape, so you just kind of want to jam something down in there to separate it. You just have to get it started, and then you can pull it off the rest of the way. And there we go. I'm just going to leave that little foam block on there and call it good. But yeah, this is the Connect module. We've got it unhooked from the ICS now. So we're going to go ahead and put the covers back on. Same as the reverse on this. These two little slots right here are going to slide on here. And then you have to kind of force them past this rubber. Just kind of, once again, jiggle it back and forth, and it'll slide into place. Lift up your back cover. You can see there's a little hole right there, and there's a little tiny hook that you probably can't see. But basically hold this up with one hand, slide the cover forward, and they should all interlock. Oh, there is one note. I have seen on some chairs they have a little rubber plug that goes in this hole right here. It probably wouldn't hurt to get some electrical tape and put it over that hole just to keep dust and dirt out of there. I mean, the whole other end of this thing is already open to the air, so I don't know. I'll probably later on I'll put some electrical tape or something over that, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So we'll just fold this back up. There we go. And then reattach our front cover. There's some little clips here on the bottom, and those interface with a couple of tabs that are down here. So get those tabs lined up in the holes. You can kind of feel them in there. And all the plastics are held in with these two screws, so you might have to kind of push this forward and push this back at the same time. Once you get everything lined up though, you should be able to get your thumb screw in there. And it is completely normal to have this gap here. That's just how these things fit together. And we'll get the one on the other side. Get those just as tight as you can with your fingers. You don't need to be too crazy tight on them. And now we can turn the breaker back on. Now I actually haven't powered one of these up doing this with the newer chair. I don't know if it's going to do anything, so let's find out. Oh, there we go. It just boots up like normal, no problem. Run our seat elevator back down here. And that's basically it. We have extracted our Connect module. I don't really use the app, so I don't have a reason to have this in there, but anyways, there you go. It took me maybe 20 minutes to film that. It's a really quick, easy process. Just so you know though, there is another video that I'm gonna link down below. It's much longer. I think it's like 45 minutes or something like that. But it is a complete teardown of the new 2021 F3. We remove all of the plastics and covers, take a look at things. We look a little more in depth at this Connect module and kind of check out a bunch of stuff. If you haven't seen it, links down below. I basically take apart my chair so you don't have to. I always like to look inside of new products and see what's changed, see how stuff is put together and what potential failure points there may be or whatnot, but that's just me. My mindset is kind of technical and I want to know what I'm sitting in for, well, not 24 hours a day, 18 hours a day, whatever. Anyways, thanks for hanging out and I will catch you in a few days.